So is it better to get divorced before or after bankruptcy? Watch our next video and find out. So in these very, very chaotic times, when folks are being quarantined together for a very, very long time, unfortunately, we are seeing a lot of folks file for divorce and bankruptcy. Those two practice areas sadly do go hand in hand many, many times. I just wanted to do a quick video about divorce and bankruptcy because I see a lot of clients who, in my opinion, they do it the right way, the cheapest way, and they move on with their lives. So again, I'm not a family law attorney. I am a bankruptcy attorney, but bankruptcy and family law intersect quite a bit. Unfortunately, we see a lot of nasty stuff too. We see a lot of ugly child support or alimony collection cases where our client has to file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy to avoid going to jail and trying to restructure that debt. But the other thing that we do see, and it's a positive thing, even though we're talking about divorce and bankruptcy, is we will have folks come in and they are planning on eventually getting divorced, but they still live together. They still, reside together, and they've not separated yet, but they want to go ahead and clear their debt because a lot of the debt is joint debt, and they want to be able to at least clear that portion of it so that at the end of the day, when they finally do file for divorce, they're really, maybe they're talking about ownership of the house or custody things with the kids, but in terms of the debt, and people fight a lot about who has to pay what in a divorce, at least on that regard, they've already taken care of it because they've just filed, and I'm talking about Chapter 7 because those are very quick in terms of bankruptcy, but they will file a Chapter 7, at least clear as much of the debt as they can, and then that allows them to focus in on, dividing assets, whatnot, setting up child support, whatnot, if there's children. But, there are a lot of folks that do it that way, and in my opinion, they are saving themselves, a chunk of change. It's just one less thing they have to fight about. The other thing some people don't understand is just because you get a divorce and in the divorce decree it says that your ex is responsible for paying a bill, that's nice, but the creditors don't care. The creditors aren't bound by that agreement. And if your spouse misses a payment or just stops paying, your credit is going to be the one that gets slammed. And yes, you can file a contempt action and all that good stuff, but that's still not going to change your credit report. It's not going to change your credit score. And so I know a lot of folks, they just don't want to even have that uncertainty. I mean, most people are getting divorced for a reason. So they just want to be done with it. And so for a lot of folks, we do see them filing a bankruptcy first because they can file together, which is nice because they also save money. They're not paying double the attorney fees. We don't charge people extra because they file with their spouse. So it's still the same cost if you file by yourself or if you file with your spouse. So, we see a lot of folks that are saving money and they're just going to go ahead and take care of that debt issue by getting rid of it so that they can focus on other things, in regards to the divorce. So, I would always tell you, consult an attorney. There's lots of little issues that can come up in a family law case, which that might not be the best scenario. But for a lot of folks, it does make sense to just file the bankruptcy first and then just deal with asset visitation issues later in a divorce. So if you have any questions about bankruptcy, at least here in Georgia, I'm happy to answer any questions. My information is below, and you can shoot me an email, and I'm happy to give you opinion on anything in regards to Georgia bankruptcy law and how divorce might interact with it.